Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I promise this is going to be a short podcast today because I'm in Kent and I don't have a huge amount to talk about. But I do have a little bit of fun at the end of this podcast. I've had an idea, largely because I'm in the process of uploading everything to YouTube. However, I am limited to 100 podcasts a day, so it's going to take me a week to get these up and running. I'm not sure whether I'll be ready by Monday, but I'll certainly be ready by Thursday. They're just the podcasts. They're obviously not me recording anything, but baby steps. My plan is to eventually be good enough to speak without any editing and be able to upload straight away. But we'll see. We're a long way from that. I'm largely doing it to stop all these emails I constantly get. So when I first started doing the podcast, I set up my website. I started getting emails saying, we can help you design your website. And so I thought, no, I've got plans for my website. I know what I want to do. I'm just not the fastest. When I eventually did my design of my website, they obviously got the message and suddenly it was SEO, search engine optimization. We can help you with this. We can help you with that. And I thought, no, I'm going to do it. As soon as I've worked out how to do it, I will do it myself. And I'm not brilliant on that, but I have done a bit of SEO stuff behind the scenes. But I'm not that worried really about my website. It was there for people who know me. When people say, when are you doing gigs? I can just go, you can look at my website anytime and you'll know. I mean, you'll know that I haven't done anything for some time and I haven't got anything planned for the rest of this year. I think I'm going to leave it until 2026. But, that's just this time of year. I find it hard doing comedy anyway for various reasons. So anyway, that was the SEO bit. Now I've been constantly bombarded by emails telling me I need to be on YouTube and I'm not going to get any traction on my podcast unless I'm on YouTube and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'll do that. I know about these things, but I need to work it out and I need to do it in my own time. Well, I'm in the process of the YouTube bit now. So hopefully they'll stop and leave me alone. I don't know. It'll be something else after that. Right. So that's that bit. That's that whinging. Oh, my goodness. We're over 2 minutes just with that rubbish. I've seen one movie this week. I went to see Tron and I saw it in 3D and I enjoyed it. I mean, the movie has been slated widely. Don't know whether that's because it's Disney or what, but I enjoyed it. It was good. I don't really remember seeing the first one, but that didn't seem to detract from my enjoyment of this one. In 3D, there were certain scenes that were starting to make me feel a bit sick, I'll be honest. And it was a bit high octane throughout. So I did feel a bit heart in mouth all the time. I don't mind those kind of movies, but you do need a bit of a break. You need to relax a bit. It needs to be a bit more roller coaster rather than just go up and you stay up through the entire movie until you come down at the end. It was a little bit like that. So it's quite hard going in terms of keeping with it and watching because, a little part of me needed a break. But there you are. Worth going, I think. I enjoyed it if you're going to see it in 3D. The most impressive part actually was the trailer for Avatar in 3D. My goodness, that was stunning. I was blown away with how good 3D is. I remember as a kid in the 70s, maybe it's not firsthand, maybe people told me because I'm obviously not old enough to have been around in the 70s. But basically we had to, I'm not sure whether we got them from a newspaper, but you had to get some 3D glasses or they gave you instructions on how to make 3D glasses with the two different colours of sweet wrapper paper. And then I think it might have been Tomorrow's World or something like that. There was some show and they showed you 3D and it was like, whoa, this is amazing. This is the future. And when I think about watching that, or as I was told by someone else about it, their experience, when I think about that show and I think about Tron, it's my goodness, how far we have come. But then in other ways, how far we have not come. But let's not go down the political route today. Let's move on to something fun. I found a little box of cards that I got in my stocking, my Christmas stocking last year. Now, I have gone through these, actually, because I'm in Kent with Mum, obviously. And I've gone through them with Mum, so we've done them. But I thought, wouldn't these be fun to pose these at the end of every podcast? Particularly as I'm going on YouTube, because then it gives people something to make comment about. It's called Impossible Decisions, and it's one of those games which is kind of would you rather. So I'm going to ask one. If I ask one every Thursday, that's going to take us about a year. So if I do one every podcast, then it's obviously 6 months. But I think maybe we'll do this as a Thursday thing over the weekend. And as soon as I've got YouTube up, you can go and comment which one you would be. So, impossible decisions. Would you rather have no taste buds or only be able to see in black and white? There's always heckling from somewhere, isn't there? You can tell I'm in Kent. It's just so noisy. So yes, would you rather have no taste buds or only be able to see in black and white? Answers down below. Much love and gratitude.